Why are coffee beans roasted? In this video, we'll explain the different types of roasting and how they affect your coffee's flavor and texture. The history of coffee is one of the most popular drinks in the world, and it can be traced back over 2,000 years. Lots of people like coffee, but not all the way through. The point of roasting is to remove some of the natural oils and sugars in coffee beans before grinding them into the grounds. If you buy your coffee in its original form, it will taste not very pleasant and be challenging to drink. Roasting also adds flavor and depth to your coffee beans, so you can get a better idea of what your beverage tastes like before purchasing it. We will explore the science behind why coffee beans are roasted. There are a few reasons, including but not limited to taste, texture, and smell. What is roasting? Coffee beans are roasted to make them more aromatic and flavorful. The roasting process alters the chemical structure of the coffee bean, making it spicy and bitter. Roasting is a process that happens when coffee beans are placed in an oven or fire. The fire's heat causes the beans' moisture to evaporate, making the beans dark and increasing their flavor. Coffee beans are roasted to create a dark and bitter flavor. Roasting removes the water, oils, and sugars from the bean. This leaves the coffee with a more intense flavor and bitterness. What are the benefits of roasting? As coffee beans are roasted, their aromatic oils and acids are brought to the surface. These chemicals interact with oxygen in the air, creating different flavors and aromas in the coffee beans. Roasting also breaks down the cellulose in the bean, allowing more flavor and aroma to be released. As a result of these processes, darker roasts will have more flavor and aroma than lighter roasts. Additionally, roasted coffee beans will be more brittle and have a more robust flavor than unroasted beans. Coffee beans are roasted to bring out their natural flavors and aromas. Roasting also creates a more even distribution of oil and gas in the bean, which leads to a cleaner cup of coffee. Here are 4 reasons why you should roast your own coffee beans. It enhances the flavor. It removes harmful chemicals. It brings out natural aromas and flavors. It makes for a more consistent cup of coffee every time. Different forms of coffee. Roasting coffee beans are roasted to varying degrees to produce different flavors and aromas. The 3 most common methods of coffee roasting are direct, indirect, and vacuum-packed. The most conventional method, direct roasting, yields a dark roast. A lighter roast is produced via indirect roasting, which requires less heat. Vacuum-packed roasting uses very high heat and extracts all the flavor from the beans. Coffee beans are roasted to bring out the flavor and aroma that make coffee such a popular beverage. There are several different forms of coffee roasting, which can affect the taste and smell of the coffee. Coffee beans are roasted to change the flavor, color, and aroma. There are 3 standard methods of roasting coffee beans: direct, indirect, and vacuum preserved. Direct roasting involves heating the coffee beans directly over a flame. Indirect roasting consists in heating the coffee beans in a closed container with hot air or smoke from a burning candle or smoker. Vacuum-preserved roasting uses a vacuum to remove moisture and keep the beans at their peak flavor. What makes a good roast? The quality of a roast affects the taste and aroma of coffee beans. Roasts are made by heating the beans until they turn brown or dark. This process breaks down the cell walls of the beans, which allows their flavor to come through. Some factors that affect a roast's quality include the type of bean, how finely it is ground, and how much moisture is present. A good roast will give coffee its rich flavor and aroma. Different factors affect the taste and smell of coffee beans, including how long they are roasted. Coffee beans are roasted to bring out their flavor. The roast level affects coffee's taste, aroma, and caffeine levels. The higher the roast level, the more intense the flavor will be. There are 3 main types of roasts: light, medium, and dark. Roasting beans is one of the most essential steps in the coffee making process. It flavors the beans and helps break down their cell walls, making them easier to digest. Thank you for watching. www.coffeeeternal.com